am thinking about a question that was proposed to me, and that question was, why in the world would I, and I did, would I quit a perfectly good job knowing that I do not have enough retirement income and savings? Why in the world would I do that and then turn right around and work longer hours for less pay selling items on eBay? Well, that's what I'm going to try to answer today. And if you're one of those people like me that are kind of, the time got away from you and good intentions and life got in the way and the financial end of retirement isn't easy, well, stay tuned. I'll tell you my story, and I don't know if it'll be encouraging, discouraging, or what. At this point, I can come up with 4 reasons why in the world I'd do such a thing. Actually, it's maybe 5, but hang on. The wind kind of came up down this valley. I'm going to sneak up into here and find a nice pocket where the wind isn't blowing. Reason number 1. I have to go a little back in time, back to when I was 65 years old, I think, and when I could collect my Social Security. Back then, my wife and I sat down and said, wow, unlike what I always thought in my life is that I would just retire when I was 65. Well, we knew that wasn't going to happen. So her and I talked it over, and we came up with, well, it'd be sure kind of a good idea if I double dip for a while, meaning that I'd collect my Social Security and keep working at this job that is treating me just fine, and we'd double dip and gain some extra income. Well, 1 year went by, 2 years went by, 3 years went by. Yeah, we got a little more comfortable, but we didn't gain a huge amount of savings. And 7 years later, you know, I came to the conclusion that reason number 1 is I could keep doing this. The age-old statement is, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. And I could keep doing that for another 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. But I wouldn't be much further ahead if I did so. So that's reason number 1, that time was up. I'm gonna work my way down this hill and down the trail to get to maybe a nice pocket so I can talk about reason number 2. I'm gonna tuck in here a little bit. For some reason, the annoying wind sound is not my friend. Reason number 2 was more of a Mother Nature giving me a gentle nudge or push, and it's an event that happened about 7 or 8 months ago. I'm generally very, very healthy, and here's the story on it. I got my test results on an annual physical, and normally I have perfect scores because I'm very healthy, I exercise a lot, and then my test results were crazy bad, and my doctor said, gosh, something here doesn't look right, and we have to send it back to the lab, and we got to test for cancer. Well, I don't have cancer, but at that point in time, she said we got to test for it, and I had to wait 24 hours for that result. My mind did a little thinking in that 24 hours, and one of the things I came up with was, either way, either result, I have to quit my job, because my life will change if I have cancer, and if I don't have cancer, it's time for me to change my life and take charge of it instead of waiting for the universe to decide for me. So reason number 2 is quit lollygagging, and it gave me the courage to move forward and look my very good boss in the eye and tell him that I needed to move on. So that's reason number 2. Another reason, and the third reason that comes to my mind of why in the world I'd have done such a thing and why I'm in this position I am right now, which is not a bad position. But the third thing is I'm 72 years old. Time management and being in control of my own time management was important to me. Even though the job I had was very good to me. They only asked me to work 4 days a week, gave me flexibility for time off. Shoot, they gave me 2 months off a few years back to go hike the John Muir Trail. So just really good to me. However, when I'm on someone else's schedule, being the good employee that I am, I'm going to show up and be on duty when scheduled, even if I'm not needed. Whereas working eBay or whatever else I come up with, I get to decide when I work and when I don't work. And today is a really great example of that. I decided to only list 3 things this morning. And wow, it's 70 degrees in South Dakota in February. And if I was on the calendar, the clock, at a job, I would be there. Instead, I chose to come out here and do this and chat with you folks. So number 3, I get to control my time. If you like this sort of content and would like to support an old timer out wandering around, I guess I'm supposed to ask you to like, subscribe, ring the bell, heck, do a cartwheel, whatever you're supposed to do to support me. Whatever you do, I sure appreciate it. I'll get to the 4th reason shortly. I'm going to get off topic just a second. I'm standing here beside this humongous tree root that used to hold that tree up. There are hundreds of them out in here because we had hurricane force winds not very long ago, and it tipped all these gigantic trees over. This is a small one. And the second reason I paused for a minute before I get to number 4 is I think that's a cave up there. I don't know if you can see, if I can see what I'm doing. Up in there is some sort of cave. It's worth checking out. So I'm going to work my way up there, see if I can get in there, and then go to reason number 4. As always, these little jaunts uphill are not anywhere as steep on camera as they really are. That's why I'm sucking wind here, but I'll get there shortly. It's almost right there. Well, I'm happy there's not one in there, but if I was a mountain lion, I'd be hanging out right there. That's pretty cool. But I'm in good shape because I'm the only one here that I know of. So let's get to reason number 4. Reason number 4 is something that just sort of happened. It wasn't part of the master plan. The master plan was that my wife had a little modest eBay store, and she had a little store on the weekends on like an indoor flea market. And the plan was that I could help her and maybe increase what she was making there, because it certainly isn't enough for me not to work. Maybe I could help her. That was our plan. Well, we ended up deciding that I should open my own eBay store 3.5 months ago. And the surprise bonus is, and reason number 4 is, that I actually enjoy eBay. I enjoy looking through all the stuff she's accumulating, trying to figure out what it is, what the value is, learning some history on some of those items. So the bonus is that I'm actually interested in this. Now, throughout my life, I've had lots of jobs. That last job was a flooring estimator and project manager. Prior to that, I'd done about every job you could do in the automobile industry, in a car dealership, all the way from sales to finance manager to sales manager, lease manager, service manager. Holy cow, I should have been the janitor. I would have liked that better. At any rate, in my life, I've been a pharmaceutical rep, and I've even took some time and fooled around with real estate and also built houses. Throughout all of that, I only did it because it gave us money to pay the bills and put food in my face. I didn't do it because I was really interested. I'm not interested in flooring or automobiles at all. But I always did it just because it would bring in money. So the accidental bonus is that I'm actually interested in this. So that's reason number 4. I got off easy. I thought I was going to have to deliver sub sandwiches or something, but maybe I can make this work. Oh, before I shut the camera off, give you a tour of my spot here. Hope this shows up. It's kind of cool. It'd be a good shelter if the weather was bad. And here's the view. Came from down there. That's where I'm going. And I got kind of a reason number 5. When I get down there, I'll talk about it. And the last reason, 5th reason I guess, has to do with the name of my channel. A lot of folks wonder what the Gain Cave means. Well, what that means to me, I originally came up with the name because I do ultra marathons, and ultra marathoners are always talking about once they get into the pain cave and come out of that, they get better. And my philosophy on my channel and my life is that I always gain when I don't cave into the comfort zone, whether it be an athletic event, challenges in life, whatever it may be, is that I always gain when I don't cave into a comfort zone, whether it be working out or learning how to sell on eBay. So that's the Gain Cave story, and reason number 5. Saw a new trail back there that I thought I might check out, but it's time to go back to the car. So that's where I'm heading now. Back to the car, and happy trails until we meet again.